So I was updating my review for Gold's Gym over here in Omotesando because this is like my home gym and I love it. I love going here. I mean, there's a few things that could be improved about the gym, but you know, it's a great place and I like where I am and everything like that. And as you can see, they're very prominent in this neighborhood. I wanted to briefly talk to you guys about the rules though, because that seems to be something that a lot of tourists don't understand when they come to the gyms here in Japan. And you know, I looked at the other Gold's Gym branches and they have the same reviews saying that they're upset that they can't wear their normal shoes or they have to do this and that and cover up their tattoos. Now, I've long said tattoo rules in this country are archaic and stupid, especially because they're not even enforced half the time at the beach by the staff. Like for example, at the beach, you know, they like at the sushi there, like I said in the last vlog, you know, there's strictly no tats, but then like you go there, you see staff with tattoos. I'm like, it's stupid. But here you have to have them covered up and it's dumb. Like one of the girls that trains rugby at the gym in Totsuka, for example, told me she got heat stroke because she had to cover up all of her tats. Briefly stopped coming to that gym and started working out at a different place separate from her team, but then got told she had to come back and I don't know, she's very upset. But that's the only rule I wish would change, but everything else makes sense. Japan has a cultural thing about outside versus inside. You know, you're outside, especially like, look at the street. This is very dusty and it's clean, cleaner than most other places in the world. It's very clean, but still you're tracking everybody's nonsense around on the bottom of your feet. So that's why you take your shoes off when you go inside someone's house here. So when you go into a gym where everybody else is already sweaty and doing all sorts of nonsense and all that, yeah, it makes sense to take your shoes off, put them in the locker room and put on indoor shoes, which I keep in my backpack. Oh, I got my water bottle leaking. Right, so that's the one rule people just understand. That's a cultural thing. You're not going to get over that. That will never change. That will never go away, no matter how much you complain on the Google reviews about. All right. And then secondly, you know, this is my own complaint. Don't hog the machine. Do your 2 or 3 sets and then leave, you know? And this is something that applies to Japanese. Why are you honking your horn? This is something that applies to Japanese people and gaijins. Just be mindful, all right? It's a crowded city, Tokyo is. Damn, well this sucks. This place shut down, yeah. Shut down last month. Open for... Oh, they're gonna reopen in the middle of July, never mind. That's what it says here. Oh, hope it goes well, because I like this shop. I do want to try the, the R106, whatever that one is. It's the point and shoot camera that's always sold out. It operates like the GFX 100 RF that I borrowed last year, but it's smaller. Yeah, it's, I can clearly see why it's always sold out. That's a great camera. My kitty's sleepy. So I made a mental decision that it's not in the universe's best case for me to fully give up on 110 film. And the reason I say that is because one of the shops here in Shibuya that has a lot of crafts, they announced they're closing down and they're having a sale, and they just so happen to have a 110 film camera, so I decided to pick it up using points and getting it for cheap. I got the last of its color option, which is the color option I kind of like from Lomography anyway. This is something else. And I also bought Lomo 92 film, which is, honestly, I like this film during the summer. It gets really summery vibes. I'm actually currently using it in my FE. Same formula, 2003 formula. So we're gonna take photos with both films, even though it's the same formula of film. I didn't give up. I just got convinced not to give up, if that makes any sense. This probably isn't the most secure place to open up a camera box, but you know. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff that comes in here. Yeah, this is a ton of stuff. Hold on. Here we go. Ignore the screaming kids. So this case sort of reminds me of the case I got when I had that roll eye thing. This holds film, I guess. And here's the camera itself. All right. Ignore the construction noise. Here it is, the LomoMatic 110 film camera. Yay. All right, here's the film. This takes 24 shots, which is pretty good. You you're not really familiar with what 110 film looks like, that's what it looks like. All right, it's loaded up at 400 ISO. I just gotta make it, wind it so these arrows aren't arrows, they're numbers. And I will attempt to take a photo of this area, as well as with this camera here. All right, here's me not giving up on 110 film. All right, how's this gonna look? I don't know if it took or not. Just like the box camera, this tiny camera scares me now. It clearly took, I heard it go off, so. All right, it zoomed in, so. Okay, this is a much wider, so let me guess. This thing says 22.5 on it, so my assumption is that's probably 40 on the equivalency maybe, or maybe a little bit more than that. Because I am on a 28mm lens with this camera, and yeah, it's much wider on this camera. All right. How does it look? I don't know. Check my Instagram later when I post the first roll of photos of this. The guy on the other platform, the staff guy on the other platform keeps yelling at somebody for... See, you hear that? He's so angry. Because someone keeps trying to enter this train. See, it's out of service, so yes, whoever that staff is over there is pissed. Yeah, somebody was being dumb. A French combini right here in Aoyama. It's pretty neat. A lot of frozen foods in here. I have to come by when I don't have hot food. There was a smidge of an earthquake this morning, and it was quite a doozy. It was Shindo 6+. And as a result, the Shinkansen and a lot of other trains up north are out, but I slept through it down here. It didn't do anything up here. I mean, I slept through it. Some of my friends felt it, but it kind of worries me, though, because we've been getting a lot of those recently. Damn, they're completely tearing down the building. That makes me really sad. Again, I just hope whatever they put in here is something of value, something I can eat at, They did spend a lot of time setting up this gas rigging over here in whatever property this is, so my assumption is they've got an idea for whatever the hell they're going to put in this lot. The one peculiar thing about all this is that I don't see any work permits listed anywhere. It's usually on the fence, but not even over here at this fence I see it. They're still just tearing it down. So I really wonder what they're going to put up here. Are they just going to clear this out and make this whole thing a parking lot, or what? Because otherwise I've got no idea. I heard a bunch of noise. The workers came back, and they've also spawned forth a smaller backhoe. Yep. All right, I got another roll of film in this. It is 200 ISO film, so we'll see how it looks when I shoot the rainy season sky over there. Seems like Fujifilm decided to discontinue the Superia Premium film, so I'm going to keep this box. I like this film a lot, so it's kind of sad that they're doing away with it, but I'm going to put it in, it is already at 400. I'm going to put it in the FE, and yeah, I'll take pictures with it. Yep, the FE always took good pictures with this film. So, a shame that Fuji's kind of done away with it, but likes their Velvia film, so works out pretty well. There we go. Good to go. All right. My voice is gone because I was watching the Japan match. Whoever that ref is, that ref the Japan-Sweden match, he needs to be deported because that was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. All right, next segment. Good Lord. Did it stop raining here? Because it's clearer, but look over there, it's all dark. I need to run to the bank, so I'm like, am I able to? Am I gonna get struck by lightning? This is a first for me. I've had a tweet right here go viral, like actually viral in the Musk era of Twitter. I don't have the blue check mark, so I'm kind of confused as to why it's going viral, but I think it's a few Japanese soccer influencers retweeted it, but it's, I mean, at least I'm not getting flamed by it. Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, I mean, the ref was pretty atrocious, but it's kind of funny. Some of the responses are like, oh man, this guy became an honorary Japanese citizen overnight. I love it. No, that ref was atrocious though, but I think Japan was lucky to tie because of that. They really should have won. Dyson had a pretty obvious dog so that wasn't called. To those of you who are now following my YouTube channel because of that tweet, hi, I live here. I like living here. Japan's fun and everything. Everybody's nice. You know, there's bad things about here and there's bad things about everywhere, but right now the good vastly outweigh the bad, even all the troubles that a lot of people have gone through recently as foreigners in Japan, but I like it here. Thanks for following. We've had 3 earthquakes in Japan that were strong enough to cause some problems in the last 3 days. This one was right by Fuji, which makes me a little worried. And it also set my alarm off. And I'm in the middle of watching a documentary about the Oklahoma City bombings. How about that? Ah! So, okay, that is Fuji Kawaguchiko. Mount Fuji is in this region here. The quake happened a little bit north near the Kofu area, which is here. And I am in this region. So, yeah, we had some jiggle physics. So we're getting slammed with 2 typhoons today, or at least we were supposed to. The first one moved through pretty quickly, and it pretty much disintegrated off the coast, and it really didn't do anything. And it was pushed ahead by what's called the Fujiwara effect, which is where another cyclone kind of affects a smaller cyclone. And although that other cyclone, Typhoon 7, is currently being absorbed by the Tsuyu front, as you can see here. So yeah, it's just a very wet and rainy day today. I still have no idea what everybody's waiting in line for over here at the Mr. Donuts. Like, they are out the door and down the street, even in a typhoon. Like, that better taste really fucking good if it's worth this line in a storm. It's still raining. James texted me saying it's not raining up there, but we're getting all of it down here. Good Lord. My empty planters are starting to sag. See? Oh, let me just empty you out there. What's it look like over here at the construction site? Looks like they gave up for the day. There's no wind. It's just a lot of rain. There's like literally no wind. So, just empty you out. I don't know how to do this without screwing this up. All right, I'm wet. I'm gonna go back inside. My hair got wet. No biggie. My shirt's wet. Dimmu Borgir shirt I bought when I was in high school, like 2007 or 2008 probably. I still dress like I'm in high school, don't I? It's 10 to 6. Now I think it's getting a bit windy. Let's go back outside. Yeah. Still raining. How much? My empty planters just got a little bit of water in them right now. So this would be the winds. It's just normal winds. So in Japan, instead of showing the radar, what they do is they show like the circles, which is like the gale circles. And that's what you're hearing right now. This is the gale force winds. And that is probably what's pulling up right now from typhoon number 7. So I'm going to close this before I get anything else busted up in here. Everybody on Twitter /X or whatever was like, hey, like a trending topic was Typhoon Doko, which translates to where's the typhoon? Well, I get the rains, but until now we didn't have much of the wind. Now we got blue skies. Bit of thunder. Blue skies. If the beach huts were open, I'd head down there right now. I'm gonna head over to Fujisawa though. I gotta hand out some stuff. Alright, so these guys are gonna try twisted tea.
It's like Lipton's.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Exactly.
That's
like,
It's pretty much what it is.
it tastes like tea, sweetened tea.
Yeah.
That's what they're going
Tastes like
This
tea.
is on Untapped. This is my second most drank beverage on Untapped.
Yeah.
Because I drank a ton of it every time I go back to the States.
Jack cheese.
Woo! And burgers! 4 gears! Yeah. Basically, this camera's got the sensor of a 2008 smartphone.
It's just like you turn it on, you can see on the power.
Diane and Emilia. You guys about the same height. So Emilia made these, by the way.
Yay.
So
Just squares.
how long does it take to make like a whole batch of these?
A whole batch of these, like including.
Well, basically what you have in a
what I
Tupperware
have
there?
Less than an hour. It's just like you need to freeze them in between, just so that they hold their shape when you actually bake them.
Right, that makes
So
sense.
it's pretty easy.
I'm gonna try it.
Yay.
That's really good.
Use cocoa powder? Chocolate chip?
That is really good.
It's like super simple recipe actually.
Damn.
You don't even need baking powder or baking soda or anything.
It tastes so natural too. I like it. I'm gonna miss you when you go to Finland though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to have some Eggo waffle.
What is this? Eggo waffle liqueur?
Have you opened it? Do you take it straight?
Jesus!
Sounds like baby sneakers.
Okay, here. Just a little bit, man. I don't want to die. Okay, I'm gonna die.
Have you got extra shot glasses?
I mean, you can take a sip.
I want to.
Okay.
It smells really good. What do you think?
Oh, I guess it's not bad,
Not bad.
but I wouldn't.
What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, I think on ice or ice cream. Wow, yeah, that would be good. Dessert type.
All right, let me try it. All right, you ready for this?
Watching. I don't think that's like not your type of alcohol.
No, it's not, but it's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's like a dessert.
Yep.
That's good thing. Good
I'm extra tall right now.
thing. Sitting.
Oh yeah.
So that was a good party at Brian's. This bag, which is about the same capacity as my normal camera bag, has 1 camera and 4 lenses in it. It was a camera that Brian had. He didn't know if it worked or not, and I put it back to working order, so I'm bringing it home with me to test to make sure it actually does work with some film I've got at home. So we shall see. If you recall from a previous clip, the FE currently has the Superia 400 ISO Fujifilm inside of it. And from that same box, I got a roll of just normal 400 film. So the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that this thing's light meter works properly. So I got 400 ISO film on here, and I'm going to set this to 400. Maybe I should do this first before I put the film inside of it. Set it to 400 and see if it's doing the same settings up here as it is on my FE. So I'm focusing on a bottle of water on my desk. 1.8. 1.8 on the aperture of this lens, which is the lowest this lens goes. It wants it at 30, 1/30th of a second. I will not photograph the mundane bottle of my thing here. So I'm going to put this lens at, what is that, 1.8? You know, it's hard to tell with these cameras sometimes. 2.8, it wants it at, what is it at? 1/8. Obviously, again, not taking a photo. 2.8, 1/8. Okay, so put this at 2.8 on this lens, 2.8, and there's no film in here. Does it want it at the same level? Apparently it does. So the light meter apparently works. And the shutter also works. How do I get this thing to go on me here? It's hard to see so the light meter on this thing is like a LCD at the top, and it only gives me a plus minus. And when it says both plus and minus at the top, apparently it's good to go. I'm back at the Ninkin office because I had to pay some sort of fee of some sort, and that fee was 100 yen, but I couldn't literally hand them 100 yen. I have to go over here to a post office and pay 100 yen to the post office. You know, you'd save more money by just accepting my coin, right? So let me just, I had to pay 100 yen, which is what? 60 cents here at the post office. The guy behind the post office had to physically stamp the thing twice, type in some stuff on the computer. It took about 5 minutes or so total. That 100 yen has to be processed through their system, which requires people to code it, approve it, and manage it before they wire 100 yen to the Nanking office from the post office. So everybody, not just the post office, but the Nankin office, immediately in that whole process lost the value of that 100 yen. So it begs the question, what's the point? What is the point, you know? Just take my 100 yen. If it only is 100 yen, I'm just gonna flip you a coin, you know? I'm so busy today, I have no time to get lunch. So I'm just gonna take the green car and eat a bento in the green car.
Green car's off.
I've never seen a crow loaf before. Look at this crow. It's just chilling. How you doing, buddy? It's just loafing. Where are we at, Mark?
We're at Enoshima and Nishihama.
What are we gonna do down here next weekend?
Well, we're heading to Play the Earth, one of the coolest, hippest,
I see it down there.
chilled beach houses, and we're gonna have a hell of a party.
You bet. You can see them.
Out here.
Yeah, they're lining everything up. Hell of construction. This is new, Baby Beach.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
Yep. You can see everyone getting all amped up and excited. Look at that railing on the. Look where we're at, though. Man, we're at Play the Earth. You get ready? We getting hyped up for the weekend?
Absolutely.
Welcome to another moist and throbbing episode of Going to the Konbini Late at Night. And this time, for once, actually it is kind of late at night. It's after 10, it's like 10:30. And I have to wake up early tomorrow, but I have like 0 drinks in my apartment, and I am very much dehydrated. So we're gonna head down to my favorite Family Mart over here. Meanwhile, this cat is going to challenge me for dominance. You're nowhere near me. There he goes. Today, Mark and I went down to the beach, as you saw in the previous clips, and we went to a few of the beach huts we're partnering with, and I'd say it was a pretty good success. We're gonna have mixed up cocktail and other drinks at these beach huts, and Beachness, which starts this weekend. Wow, starts. Beachness that starts this weekend is going to be on a completely new level. You hear that? I think someone just flushed the toilet. Ugh. But I am, I'm tired, I'm a bit sweaty. I passed out at my desk when I got home, so I woke up, I'm like, oh shit, I have to go to the konbini. Oh no. I'm not gonna make the light. If we get the weather that we had today for this weekend, I'm not gonna complain because there's the moon back there. Alright. This is the first time I've seen just one guy behind the counter at the konbini before. They actually, oh no, there's someone else over here. 2 staff in the konbini, just me. Not so much of a busy night, is there? Monster bubble. Is that supposed to be Barth or Bath? なんでこの安い値段ですか？ああ、なるほど。OK? まあ問題ないですけどね。普通に飲んでるんですよね。なるほど。Staff told me that this is 200 yen, as in 20 yen cheaper, because it's been dropped and dented a bunch. A good rule of thumb is if you could squeeze it like I am, it's not going to explode when you open it up. I guess it makes sense that they have to charge it less for this, but I'm still going to drink it. Just grab a few things while I'm here. I mean, you could buy your typical titty bag here, but you could also get a Cat Punch magazine. Would you like to spend 2,600 yen on a disposable camera, or 2,400 yen on Jack Daniels? Alright, cool. Got all the stuff I need, including the full moon way up there.